National Biscuit Day, by the way. And that's one thing that New York is lacking is biscuits.
What are you talking about?
You know what I'm saying? I'm from South Carolina.
We got KFC.
I don't really like carbs. I ain't talking about No. Bojangles.
We got Bojangles up here.
You know, I'm not gonna front. Chick-fil-A got a good goddamn biscuit too now.
Chick-fil-A, we got our biscuits,
Y'all
man.
ain't really a biscuit sandwich country.
And then we got It's Biscuit, the blogger. We got him too.
Man, shut up. That's why I stopped talking to you sometimes. I don't know why I even started this conversation with you.
It's Biscuit just hit you. He has a song.
I know. Yeah, he just hit me say he got a song.
That's why you said that.
Yeah, he sent me that too. I ignored it though.
He said,
Dropping a clue response for his biscuit. All right, but that wasn't the biscuit I was talking about this morning. I was talking about a nice, warm, buttered biscuit.
Oh, that is the biscuit you were talking about.
You kinky, man. All right, let's get to these rumors. Let's talk Magic Johnson.
I don't know why I talked to you.
It's time. She's spilling the tea.
This is the Rumor Report with Angela Yee on The Breakfast Club.
Well, ESPN did a full expose on what went wrong with the Lakers and what's going on behind the scenes. Lakers 2.0, the failed reboot of the NBA's crown jewel. Now, it's a lot to read, but if you have time, I guess they've been investigating for a couple of years and did a whole lot of interviews to get this done. This all came out yesterday. Now, Stephen A. Smith apparently was very upset about this report coming out, and here's how he lost it.
ESPN.com decides to come out with a story on the day that Magic and the crew are going to be here. Do I like the fact that I have to deal with it today? Hell no. I mean, Magic Johnson was tyrannical as a boss. That's basically what picture they're trying to paint. I'm not happy about it one bit. I got better things to do with my damn time. Better things to do.
Wow. Well, he was very irritated. All right, so let me give you some backstory because I know we've been talking about this here and there. You know, Magic Johnson retired and people were shocked by that retirement, and he did say it was because of Rob Pelinka.
Well, he stepped down.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. He stepped down from the Lakers. Now, Magic Johnson was the president of basketball operations, and Pelinka was the general manager. And they did end up firing the coach, Luke Walton. Now, according to Magic Johnson, he said, if you're going to talk betrayal, it's only with Rob. They talk about this in the expose. Now, one of the issues was staffers were saying that Magic Johnson was abusive to the employees. They said even as soon as he first came, he told people that if you didn't want to be there, if you couldn't do your job, he had stacks of resumes. So I guess it makes people feel a lot of pressure at the time, and they felt like we're supposed to be on the same team. Why are you putting this pressure on us? Now, according to one of the other staffers, they said if you question him on anything, his response was always a threatening tone. He used intimidation and bullying as a way of showing authority.
Right. That don't even sound like Magic Johnson.
Well, here's what Magic Johnson had to say in response to that.
I've been in business 35 years. I've had partnerships with some of the biggest companies, Fortune 500 companies in the country. Now, I've never sat in an HR person's office in 35 years. 2 years with the Lakers, no HR appearance. Do you think Jeannie Buss will allow me to abuse the employees? If that was the case, she would have called me in. Joe McCormick would have called me in, the lawyer for the Lakers, as well as Dan, the other lawyer. It never happened.
He's right. You work at all these businesses and never been to an HR office. He doesn't have a history of this. You would have heard rumblings of Magic being a terrible person if he was a terrible person. We've all met Magic Johnson. Magic Johnson's been on the Breakfast Club.
Well, I can't say I know him, though, like that.
He's a nice guy.
He seems like a nice guy.
Nice guy.
And I think you would have heard something
according
before.
to this report, though, that some of the colleagues at the Lakers had fear, and it led to feelings of anxiety severe enough that at least 2 staffers suffered panic attacks. They said one staffer actually worked there for more than 2 decades with that team, and once he started working there, she would suffer increased anxiety and panic attacks. She was prescribed anti-anxiety medication and actually quit the Lakers after working there and began several weeks of therapy.
That could also be the scared of the big black man syndrome, too, by the way. All right, because you're talking about somebody's tone. And why would his tone be bad?
Now, another complaint, according to this expose, was that Magic Johnson was giving these agents too much authority, in particular, Rich Paul. They said Rich Paul was flying on the private jet with the Lakers, and that's not something that's heard of in that business, and that he was having all kinds of back-channel conversations, including with reporters, saying that he didn't like the coach, Luke Walton, and wanted to have his own person in place. And here's how Magic Johnson responded to that.
Rich Paul had access to the Lakers because he had 2 clients with the Lakers. He called and said, hey, I'm in Brooklyn. We talked about allowing him to fly back with the team. That's the only time he flew with the team because he was in Brooklyn, and I allowed him to do it. That was on me. I allowed him to do that.
Magic should have said he could have rode on my jet, but I was riding on the Lakers jet, so just jump on with me.
Hey, what's the problem with that, though?
Well, they're saying that doesn't happen normally.
Every
Agents
once
don't
in a
ride with
while it happens.
And then according, I'm just telling you what's in this expose.
When your client is LeBron James, it happens.
It happens, yeah.
Right? Okay.
And Rich did not really make any comment for this when he was asked to comment on it. But I guess one of the issues was it's nerve-wracking for the other players because you feel like he has other clients that he's trying to get into position, and you might get cut from the team. So I don't know. But according to this expose, they're saying that Pelinka and Magic Johnson have never done this job. They have no idea how to do it, let alone how to do it in the space with those guys from Clutch Sports. And that's what the issue is.
Leave Magic alone.
I don't like them saying Magic is lazy either. Magic is
well,
the
he
GOAT.
responds to that as well, but I don't know if we have time to play it. No? Okay, sorry. All right, well, make sure you guys read that whole expose and then listen to his interview that he did after it came out. As you can hear, Stephen A. Smith had to speak to him later that day. I'm Angela Yee, and that's your Rumor Report.
All right, the People's Choice Mix is up next. Let's go. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.